Yeah, I agree. One thing, and I know it's old school, and I try to coach some of our younger reps on this, is try to make it a discipline to write at least one thank you card per week. Put a stamp on it and put it in the mail. You can go to Walgreens. You can get a pack of cards for I think $6, and you can go get a stamp. I think the art of a handwritten thank you card to anybody blows people out of the water. I've had customers and prospects that didn't really even want to talk to me or talk to any sales reps. But I tell people this: you can't be mean to somebody that took time out of their day to write you a handwritten thank you card. You can't. And if you are, it might not be the right customer or prospect for you.
I love
What do you
that.
think?
I love that. I remember very vividly some of the last handwritten notes that I've gotten. And I mean, I immediately think of those folks. And, what I love most about connecting with other sellers, good sellers like yourself, is, I mean, that's something that I think all of us can use time to reflect on some of the things and the investments that we can make into a relationship. That's something I could get better at, is sending that handwritten touch. I do like to bring not necessarily a gift, but sometimes like it could be a book, or sometimes it could be like I find something that reminds me of the conversation that we've had up to this point, and share that with them, because it's a personal touch. Personal touch makes all the difference in the world in sales. It's funny, I think about the show The Office. I think a lot of salespeople have seen the show The Office, but what I loved most was Michael Scott, how he had his portfolio of all the customers he had met with and all the facts. Did they have kids? Were they married? And as silly as that show was, being able to make those personal touches and know the different nuances of those relationships, it makes all the difference in the world, because it shows you care, shows you're a human. It's the very same philosophy that we've got to take into everything that we do. I have what I call a holy sales trinity. It's the customer, the company, and you. And those three have to benefit or be a part or be at the heart of everything that you do. And those personal touches make all the difference in the world when you're showing a customer that you genuinely care and have their best interests at heart. Your job is to earn their trust and to make sure that they understand that you're there to be an evangelist and an advocate for them. It goes a long way when you do things like that. I love the handwritten note.
It's people are like, oh, what do you do for a living? Are you in B2C? Are you in B2B? I'm like, no, I'm in P2P. And they're like, what the hell does that mean? I'm like, it's person to person. At the end of the day, man, it's person to person.
I love that.
People buy from people, man. It is. I wrote an article this week about my first sales job being in the vice president of membership in a fraternity, and one of the things they taught us, when we went to the leadership academy, that I remember. It was pretty fuzzy that weekend up there in Warrensburg, but it's the eye-to-eye contact. It's the person-to-person contact, and I think that goes for any sales job. I mean, think about it. Even if you go to Schnucks and you're checking out, and the lady at the register says, "Hey, would you like to buy this candy bar?" and is thoughtful about it, you might just pick it up because she's looking at you, she's making the suggestion, and you're moving on. I mean, again, it's person to person. People, I tell people all the time, my industry is so commoditized. I don't want to say so many commodities, I guess, in our industry. There's so many competitors out here. We all sell French fries and green beans. Beyond product, price, and delivery, what else am I going to do for you? What are you going to get? And that goes back to your saying, I might be more expensive, Carson, but the best value and the best experience is going to come from me.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. I love what you said about the philosophy that you bring to the table, when it comes to person, because you're so right. And I think that's where a lot of sellers miss the boat, because they become so wrapped up in the message that they feel like they have to deliver and the metrics they think they have to hit. And I think, frankly, sometimes that falls into the management realm. I've been an individual contributor. I've been a leader. I've been a director. I've been at a lot of levels. And I think, no matter which people you're touching in that equation, you've got to make sure that there's genuine collaboration and mutual respect, that you proactively look for ways to alleviate any pain points that they may have, and that you genuinely care about what motivates them and what's going to help them get to a win. I think that one area that I've really tried to take, the most of a shift in my own persona just over the last couple of decades in sales is taking myself, probably the least common denominator of the equation, and really proactively going out and ensuring that the relationships that I can impact are invested in, and that the people that I'm working with, that I can help them get a win. And it was when I did that and I stopped thinking about results and I stopped thinking about like where I wanted to get or go, that's when all the doors opened. That's when I was, not even really thinking about the results, but really focused on the people and the process. That's what led me to success.